Oh, Grand Rising, Imani. Peace, love, and light. Aries-taurus, cusp collective. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in to your Leo season love reading here at Cusp of Roses Tarot. Thank you for your patience. I was having a little bit of technical difficulties trying to get on, but I am here now, so thank you. And I hope this live stream finds you well, safe, and in good spirits, okay? I hope this video is coming to you in the highest vibration possible. Yes, Grand Rising and Namaste, Imani. Yeah, cusp readings in general are very hard to find on YouTube, so I'm very grateful to be here. Okay, yeah. 8 of Wands. All right, so for those that are new to my channel, welcome. I'm very grateful to have you, okay? I am sending you so much love, light, strength, and courage. Sorry, guys, I'm a little discombobulated. Technical difficulties threw me off a little bit, but we are going to get into this. I'm just going to shuffle up these decks. All right, and give you kind of a little bit of a rundown. So keep in mind that this is a general love reading, okay? Not everything I say in this reading is going to resonate for you and your situation completely. Please keep that in mind, okay? Tarot is also just a tool for you to use in order to sharpen your own intuition and build a stronger confidence and understanding of your own intuitive skills and gifts, okay? So using your own discernment is very crucial when watching tarot readings. Like I said, not everything I say is going to be for you, so it's important to tune into your own frequency, keep an open mind, like just wanted to flip out, and be open for the messages meant for you. So we are going to be starting off with our Black Moon astrology cards to tap into the cosmic energy that's connected to you guys this season. Then we will do the Romance Angel Oracles. And then we're using the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot to clarify those oracles. And then the Spirit Animal Oracle to get some further guidance, okay? So thank you guys for being here. If you are new, we do start off with a quick prayer and moment of gratitude before every tarot reading, okay? You can engage in this moment of gratitude in a couple of different ways. You may repeat after me and pray along with me in my prayers and intentions that I set for this reading. You may also set your own prayers and intentions for this reading to connect with your divine source, your spiritual team, or your higher consciousness, okay? You may also have a moment of silence. Those are all very, very valid ways of connecting in and up to your higher self. So go ahead and choose which form of engagement works best for you, and we will go ahead and get started, okay? Let me just get, okay, let me get one more good shuffle on this one. There we go. And we'll get this party started. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I appreciate your patience. All right. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters of Light, my own Divine Ancestral Council, and all Archangels, thank you so much for being here with me and with the Aries-Taurus Cusp Collective as a whole in this moment in time as we look into the love energies for their Leo season. Thank you so much for grounding us in our own frequencies and opening us up to the most important messages of love, healing, truth, light, and wisdom for the Aries-Taurus overall growth, prosperity, abundance, personal development, ascension, love, joy, and happiness throughout Leo season. And we're so thankful and grateful, divine ancestors and archangels, that you are with us in this moment, that you cover us in your love, light, and mercy, and that you lift us up in courage and in strength every single day to face whatever may come our way with grace, with gratitude, with understanding, with compassion, not only for ourselves, but for others, and with love, light, and wisdom where we can. We're thankful for all those moments of growth, and we pray that by honoring you you and honoring our light within in this lifetime, that you will continue to guide us, continue to love us, continue to lift us up and protect us, and lead us to our destined path in this lifetime through signs and synchronicities and dreams. We're so thankful for that communication, divine ancestors and archangels, and we ask that you just continue to do so, continue to love us, continue to talk to us, continue to guide us to our destined path in this lifetime and beyond. We love you and we thank you, and so it is. Alrighty, y'all. Let's go ahead and look into this cosmic energy. So while I was meditating, just trying to get into your energy earlier, I'm getting this sense of really, really, really heavy crown chakra energy. Like it almost feels like there's a lot of pressure in your head or on top of your head. That's just kind of like a normal sign that your crown chakra is expanding or receiving a large amount of light information. Okay, and what I mean by light information is light codes, consciousness, divine energy, in order for you to raise your vibration and get in alignment with your new timeline. For some of you, you've been planting seeds, working very hard towards a new timeline, using that will, using that power that your cusp is known for to manifest and bring something in. All right, and so I feel like the energy required to get you to that next level is starting to trickle down into your crown chakra, and that might be causing a little bit of heaviness, confusion, some headaches, or just an overall sense of exhaustion. Okay, feeling a little depleted. They're wanting me to bring up the 2 new moons that we had in Cancer, for Cancer season and at the beginning of Leo season. For some of you, those were very major moons in ushering in new energy or giving you that fresh and clean slate and clean start. For some of you, in order to manifest a love relationships, for other of you, it is career opportunities. So for those that are new here on Cusp of Roses Tarot, love energy can cover way more than just romantic love, okay? It can be platonic love, like friends, family, community. It can be career and finance, okay? So your current job, a future job, your current financial situation, a new financial situation, or new abundance coming in financially, okay? So just apply whatever resonates to whatever, category you see fit. Gee Louise. And we'll go ahead and get started, all right? Hold on, I'll leave that there. So Scorpio came out. You might be dealing with a Scorpio. I have Scorpio in your chart, okay? Scorpio carries the vibration of 20 here in this deck, which breaks down to a 2. So about pathways, the affirmation here is I transform. So again, like I was saying, for those that have been putting in those manifestations, putting in those intentions for some sort of new beginning, new path, new career, new opportunities, or just an elevation in your own energy for that transformation. Yeah, for some of you, you've been asking for transformation in your life and it's coming in. And I feel like it's coming in a way that you least expected it to. So you might have been looking for transformation externally and it's happening internally in order for it to then manifest externally. So for some of you, it's remembering that law of attraction, right? And that essence of that magician energy, as above, so below, as within, so without. So when asking for transformation and change in your life, you were actually expecting it to happen in your physical and tangible, and the divine is ushering this in this change and this transformation internal and spiritually and emotionally and mentally, which is kind of that battle with Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy does a lot of that internal transformation in order to hold space for external transformation, and not only hold space within themselves for that type of reciprocity, but within the collective. So you might have strong Scorpio placements in your chart for those of who I'm connecting with. You might also be connecting with the Scorpio, possibly wanting to transform a relationship with the Scorpio, Scorpio. I do see some sort of Lazarus, Isis and Osiris energy here. Isis energy has been coming up quite a bit in my own consciousness, so I know that that's definitely in collective. I've also tapped in a few other readers have been picking up on Isis energy. So Aries Taurus, I feel like you are not exempt from that Isis energy. That's definitely coming up, so you might want to start researching Isis, what that means, you know, what is that energy about, how can you best use it. Okay, let's go ahead and see what other cosmic energy is here. Thank you so much, divine ancestors and archangels. What other, okay, there we go. Wow, okay, you have Sagittarius. I see. You could be dealing with a Scorpio Sagittarius cusper. You could have a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp in your chart, okay? Or both heavy Scorpio and heavy Sagittarius in your chart, or dealing with the Sagittarius, okay? A lot of options here to choose from. So Sagittarius energy has that vibration of 21, which breaks down to a 3, okay? So some sort of progression here. And it's all about seeing. Being able to see. Sagittarian energy is that best of both worlds. It's one of the signs that carries duality and is charged with understanding and grounding and balancing duality in this lifetime. Other signs that experience that same duality would be Gemini, right? Pisces. Why do I want to say there's one more? Aquarius, I feel, also picks up on that energy, being an air sign, but the water bearer. So having to do that duality between the mind and the emotion. But essentially, Sagittarian energy, they're the truth seekers out of the zodiac. It's high levels of optimism connected in with Jupiter. So your Jupiter placement might be important, okay? Sagittarius energy also brings out mercurial energy for me specifically as a reader. That's not typical tarot or typical astrology, but that's just for me. Scorpio is connected to Pluto and Mars. Okay, so you want to check your natal chart for the group I'm tapping into now. Check your natal chart for any Scorpio energy, any Sagittarius energy. Okay, also check your Pluto placement, your Mars placement, your Jupiter placement, and your Mercury placement. Okay. Sagittarian energy is also very deep in philosophy, right? So it's that half man, half beast energy. Very, very in tune with the carnal physical world, but also very in tune with the spiritual, metaphysical world, okay? A lot of Sagittarian energy ends up being healing doctors in the medical field in some way, shape, or form. That might mean something to some of you guys out there, okay? Last but not least, you have your second house showing up for Leo season, okay? This is all about ownership, okay, and owning financial. For some of you, your second house could be in Capricorn. I'm getting that, okay? Yeah. Also, second house is Taurus, I believe. So there you go, showing up in your own reading cosmically, which is pretty cool. So your second house could have Scorpio, or could be Scorpio as well, or could connect to Scorpio energy or Pluto or Mars in some way. Your second house could also connect to Jupiter or Mercury in some sort of way. Okay, so again, it's important to study your natal chart to kind of understand how this cosmic energy is affecting you now. But that's all a part of the work of getting to know yourself, yeah? The second house energy carries that vibration of 26. Which breaks down into an 8. So this is also centered around your abundance. Some of you are now able to see how your abundance has transformed from taking ownership of or taking accountability or standing in some sort of accountability for all that you own, all that you have in the now moment. Somebody is stepping into this energy of I'm owning where I am now, even if it's not maybe where I want to be. I see how I need to transform and I'm going to own that transformation. That's for somebody out there or a group of you guys out there, okay? But this is actually very beautiful energy. You could be very connected to a Scorpio Sagittarius cusper. You might want to actually check out the Scorpio Sagittarius cusp love reading that I did. That might also give you some extra information here, okay, for Leo season. Thank you so much, divine ancestors and archangels. What romance angels are here, and what do Aries Taurus need to know about love energy for Leo season? Thank you so much. What do Aries Taurus need to know about love for Leo season? Okay. One more message. All right. Thank you. First card out was stay optimistic about your love life. What did I say? Sagittarius is known for their high levels of optimism. So this could be why you might be harnessing Sagittarian energy in order to stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. That is the exact charge of Sagittarian energy. How do you balance that innate human nature aspect of ourselves to attach to the negative, right? That very physical, low vibrational, carnal energy, right? With that beast part, the centaur, right? Then balancing that out with your positive thinking and your faith, believing in a higher philosophy, believing in a higher source or a higher self, trusting that higher consciousness to guide you. Okay, so transmuting any of that lower register vibrational energy into high level of faith and high vibration energy and positive thinking. That is that exact energy. Okay, so I'm going to put that under here with the Sagittarius. So we also had healing family issues coming out. This could be a part of that transformation. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So understanding some part of your karmic cycle or some part of your ancestral lineage is going to help you heal something within your own psyche, considering or relating to your family. I do feel like this has to do with upbringing. When this card comes out for me as a reader, it's all about putting into perspective your childhood upbringing. So whatever happened to you in your childhood, whatever didn't happen to you, putting that all into perspective, understanding that your parents were human, your guardians were human, they were filled with flaws and errors in the same way that you're discovering you are as well, right? That nobody is perfect. And it is very natural for a child to look up to their guardian, to look up to their parents as perfect, right? It's how we learn how to thrive and exist in this world. It's our first introduction to human by watching and observing our parents. And you're coming into that understanding that the power is within you to transform whatever went wrong or didn't go right in your childhood. It's up to you to transform that energy. Instead of looking to your parents to reconcile that for you, or looking to your parents to say sorry or give an apology or change their behavior, it is you who has to do that transformation. That's major for somebody. Yeah, and I feel like you're gonna get a lot of power from that though. Like, I don't feel like that's gonna put you in like a lower kind of energy. I feel like you're gonna gain a lot of strength from understanding that it's always been you who holds the power to transform these family issues or these deep-rooted issues within you that are rooted in your childhood and how your parents taught you how to live and how to thrive, or what you absorb from them or internalize from their situation, right? So let's say you grew up in a household where your parents fought a lot. You might have internalized that as, well, that's what love is. You see what I'm saying? And so now in your current relationships, you're fighting a lot, you're picking fights, you're not allowing, you're ensuing a lot of chaos because it's what you saw, feeling and thinking as if, well, that's how I'm showing love, or this is how I know this person loves me because they put up with my chaos. Realizing now that that's rooted in some sort of dysfunction or some sort of warped understanding or perception around your childhood, and now understanding you have the power to transform that. Wow, that's powerful. Last but not least, we have deception here, okay? Somebody is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So again, I do feel like there's this accountability piece that is not happening but needs to happen. I feel like for some of you, someone is like, yeah, someone needs to, whether this is you, aries-taurus, or the person you're connecting with, but someone has to own how they functioned in this connection or in this relationship. Or again, I feel like it's from healing these family issues, like I said, growing up under some sort of dysfunction that you internalized as normal, and then mimicking that dysfunction in your connection, not realizing that that's putting on a false self mask. Like, that's not who you truly are. That's who you were taught to be from your dysfunction, right? That's not you're not operating out of a true sense of self. You're operating out of that dysfunction from your childhood and needing to own that. Yeah, needing to take ownership of how something materialized due to not presenting yourself or this person not presenting themselves for who they truly were. And I don't necessarily feel like this deception, to be honest, is like a malicious thing or like there was some intent around it. I think it was rooted in these family issues that needed healing and transforming. Yeah, it's almost like someone had to go through this kind of deceptive energy to understand how they were misrepresenting themselves in relationships. And I don't feel like it was coming from a malicious place, because you have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So I do feel like there was positive intention around this. It just came off deceptive. And I don't think that either you were aware that you were being deceptive in that way, or that was a form of deception at the time, or this person wasn't aware. Either way, somebody's stepping into this energy of owning it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Which I think is very positive. Very, very positive, actually. Excuse me, guys. I had to get a drink. I also feel, though, with this owning and the deception, yeah, with the material, it's like, I feel like, it's just needing to take ownership of it, needing to acknowledge how that false self mask has materialized in the 3D and in the physical. And by acknowledging that, it's understanding that there is something that needs to transform within you regarding some sort of family issue or upbringing, right? Like how you were taught to be interpersonal and go about that presented some sort of false self mask. Yeah, like I'm even hearing like this sense of like, you know, like a mother telling a child, you know, oh, you need to be meaner, or you're too nice, or, you know, you need to grow a thicker skin in these types of situations. And somebody taking that child then taking that to heart and then going out in connections and being mean and being, you know, pushy and dominating and controlling, or whatever was taught, right? Exhibiting that behavior when that's not necessarily who they are. It's just how they were taught to be. Like, do you see what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna stop repeating myself. Thank you, angels and our divine ancestors, for being here. What do aries-taurus need to know about healing family issues and this Scorpio energy? Thank you. Wow, yeah, 10 of Pentacles right off the bat. First card out, so that's the strongest energy. Yeah, this has to do with longevity. This has to do with your ability to build a relationship and connections and some sort of foundation and or legacy. with your family. Yeah, it's like somebody might be getting a preview of, well, if you continue in this self-deception, if you continue in this self-deception, this is what's going to materialize. This is the type of life that you're going to have. This is what's going to come of that if you don't heal these family issues. If you don't forgive your parents. For some of you, oh, okay, yeah, I'm feeling that hardcore. For some of you, what this healing is about is the fact that your parents didn't make it to this 10 of Pentacles. Almost like you yourself could see how beautiful that 10 of Pentacles would have been between your parents, but it didn't materialize. It didn't happen. And so you might have held some sort of resentment or some sort of anger about that not happening, which could have then maybe put you in this maybe disbelief in the possibility of a 10 of Pentacles or a type of relationship that actually is successful in gaining this 10 of Pentacles, this longevity, or building some sort of wealth and legacy. Yeah, it's like you have to forgive your parents for not being able to transform through their own issues to provide the stability for you. For some of you guys. Interesting. Or this could... Nah, I'm not really sensing that this could be the person. I think you guys are just harnessing Scorpio and Sagittarius energy. Ooh. Oh, Scorpio and Sagittarius season is going to be very important for you, aries-taurus. Whoa. 4 of Wands came out. Yeah, this is marriage, union. For some of you, it's like realizing that, yeah, for some of you, it's like maybe your parents never were married. So it's like, well, I don't really believe in marriage now because I don't, my parents didn't make it to that point. Or there's just this deep desire for marriage or union or that type of longevity, because you also have the 3 of Cups out, which talks about reunions, a community of friends, celebration. Yeah, for some of you, this is like having to let go of the dream life that maybe you built in your mind from your family, or like what it would have been like for your family to actually stay intact. Had your family actually joined and merged officially and then stayed together, what type of celebrations, what kind of joy, what kind of happiness would have been possible had that actually happened. For others of you, I do feel like there is maybe a little bit of blame being put on a parent for maybe like an outside party that might have ended this connection or ended whatever union your parents did have in your childhood. That's for a select group of you. For others of you, no one in your family has been able to hit this 10 of Pentacles milestone. Or no one in your family has been able to have a sturdy enough union or marriage in order to reach the 10 of Pentacles and to have and celebrate that sense of overcoming some sort of generational cycle. The 3 of Cups is starting to really become like this cyclical, generational energy. Yeah, and that's the forgiveness. So for some of you, one of your parents stepped out on the marriage, which ended it, or on the relationship, which ended it. And so now you're realizing, okay, this is a pattern within my family. Nobody, no one really stays together. It's up to me to transform that narrative for the future. For others of you, like I said, it's the fact that no one in your family has been able to successfully maintain or hold some sort of marriage. And maybe you've been holding some sort of energy of resentment, or maybe just anger, or just, disappointment, honestly, that didn't happen, or that it hasn't happened. So it's almost like you might be blaming your parents for not being like an example for you in some way, shape, or form, okay? And you got to cut your parents some slack here, right? They were however old when they had you. They were dealing with their own things, learning themselves as well, right? Nobody is perfect. Children don't come with a manual on how to raise them properly, right? They were doing the best that they could, even if that wasn't enough. And so that's what needs to transform. To celebrate the fact that now you have an opportunity to make this type of union and this 10 of Pentacles, this longevity, this wealth. You have the opportunity now to bring in that abundance for your family. And not only abundance for your immediate family, but for generations to come. So that now the wealth that you build with whoever you partner up and get into a marriage with, and the family you start and the kids that you have, right? If you can or if you desire them. If you don't, that's fine and dandy. All right, apply this to another part of your life then. But whatever it is, when you come into that union, right, that marriage, that it'll be something to celebrate for time to come. That there isn't going to be any more of these family issues that maybe need healing, which that's an idealistic dream, right? There's always going to be some issues that need healing, but at least the ones that have been perpetuated by generations, you now have the opportunity to put a stop to. So then your kids can focus on other things that need healing within your own bloodline or within this union, right? Or within your soul tribe, right? They can focus on those things to heal, and then they overcome that, and then that just kind of keeps going, and it keeps purifying the energy. So that's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay, let's look into stay optimistic about your love life. Thank you so much, divine ancestors and archangels. Woo. Stay optimistic. First card out, 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like have faith in your good works is what I just heard. Have faith in your good works. Positive thinking and faith bring you romance, right? So I do feel like what's very interesting here is stay optimistic about your love life. You see how she's offering something to that love statue, right? She's offering up some sort of love offering, some sort of sacrifice, some sort of commitment, right? To having faith in that love life, offering out that commitment, showing and exemplifying that, right? This is that same feeling here. 6 of Pentacles is about having enough within yourself that you're able to balance and give to others without depleting your cup. So this is basically the energy of operating from a cup that is full. So now you have enough energy to spread. Now you have enough energy to kind of dish out and dole out, right? And to give to others. You know, that saying of you have to give love to get love. That type of thing. So being in that love vibration, being optimistic about your love life automatically signals the universe that you're open and receptive to new love possibilities. Okay. The 6 of Pentacles is also about some sort of karmic balance. I do feel like the time that you're putting in to stay optimistic, the time that you're putting in to be and remain hopeful and faithful is going to be rewarded down the line. Okay. Thank you so much, divine ancestors and archangels. What other messages do you have for stay optimistic about your love life and Sagittarius energy for Aries, Taurus? Okay, so this fell on top of the 3 of Cups. So this is the next step up, that 4 of Cups. For some of you, yeah, it's this sense of needing to find joy and happiness in where you are currently, like appreciating what you have and where you are. I see. Okay. For some of you, I do sense that the divine might be showing you a new opportunity coming in down the works, but there's something about it that doesn't allow you to have faith in it, or you're and I hate to say it like this, but it's like you're just not impressed with it for some reason, but I feel like you're not seeing something about it, which is causing that feeling of not being impressed. I think you're just not impressed maybe on surface level, but the divine wouldn't go out of their way to bring you this cup out of the sky. You see what I'm saying? If it wasn't worth your time. And so now picking back with the 6 of Pentacles about time. For some of you, this is like you waiting. Yeah, this is you like waiting for the divine to come through, and it's kind of almost like right in front of your face. But the Four of Cups is also just about dissatisfaction, right? Not necessarily being happy with maybe the love options you do have, okay? Needing that Sagittarian energy to remain optimistic, to remain hopeful, right? To overcome maybe those negative thoughts of that lower nature, right? And trust and put energy and feed energy into your higher self and your higher consciousness, which is that optimism. Yeah, for the overall, it's that Five of Pentacles. So feeling left out in the cold. It's that step down from the Six of Pentacles, okay? Needing to make that adjustment emotionally. Again, with that, you have to give love to get it. That's exactly what this looks like. Wow. That's crazy that I said that. Not even that it's crazy. It's the divine. It's beautiful. Just them channeling through me. But it's you have to give, right? You have to give in order to receive. So the acts that you do in the 3D, right? That giving nature, generosity. Ooh, Sagittarian energy is actually very, very generous. Very big heart due to their connection to Jupiter. So the more you tap into that jovial, big, expansive, big-hearted, just happy-go-lucky energy, as much as happy-go-lucky kind of gets a bad rap, it is kind of the optimal and prime state of consciousness to manifest from. Because essentially what you're telling the universe is that I'm happy with what I have now. So I really don't need anything more. I'm just happy and going with the flow, which the universe then responds positively to because they like that, right? The energies are attracted to that positivity, so it can build more positivity. So it's coming into that understanding that if you're dissatisfied with the options that you're getting or the options that are being presented to you, then there's a need to shift something in how you're presenting yourself or how you're being open with your heart energy or your heart space or being generous in the 3D. Okay? So another thing is just positive thinking is going to get you out of this dissatisfaction. Not looking at what's happening or what's coming into you as lackluster, but looking at it as, okay, well, this is going to balance me out and now I'll have more love to give out. Now I'll have more energy to dish out, right? Now I see how this is going to be balancing for me, or how this cup is going to come in and balance my karma out some way, somehow. Some of you aries-taurus are really overcoming some karmic energy of lack. Being in that poverty consciousness, being in that scarcity mindset of feeling like you don't have enough, you'll never get enough, you know, the universe won't be able to bring you what you actually deserve, what you actually desire, you'll never get it, right? You'll always be on the outs. Like that type of energy, not optimistic, right? Very pessimistic. So overcoming that pessimism and really just trusting and having faith, maybe even donating your time, donating some money, shifting your pentacles around is going to get your heart space in a new vibration to maybe stay optimistic, right? To give you that sense of hope in some sort of relationship, or hope in a positive change in your love life, okay? All right, thank you so much, divine ancestors and archangels. What do Aries-Taurus cuspers need to know about deception in the second house? What do Aries-Taurus cuspers need to know about deception in the second house? Where are we at? Okay. All right, first card out. What? High Priestess energy. Very interesting. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. What else came out? Yeah, 9 of Wands and 5 of Wands. Interesting. Very interesting. With this High Priestess and the 9 of Wands, which is Sagittarian energy, High Priestess being Piscean energy. Also, Scorpio energy is for me as a reader. Scorpio is here as well. So yeah, okay. This is what I was talking about, about internalizing something from your childhood or having to do some sort of healing and forgiveness work in order to not wear that false mask in a relationship or in a connection. So it's like, either aries-taurus, or the person you're connecting with, right? I do feel like it's you. It's like you're aware that there's some guardedness within this person or within yourself. It's like, you know, that if you were to get into a connection right now or a relationship right now, you'd be very guarded with the 9 of Wands, because of all the conflict that you've gone through in the past, or the conflict that you're going through currently. You do have your guard up, or some sort of protection energy around you. I do get protection as well with the High Priestess. But it's this inner knowing that it's just this inner knowing that someone's just wounded. This is that wounded warrior energy. For some of you, depending on your Chiron placement, your Chiron could have been in Scorpio or Sagittarius, okay? Or your second house. But Chiron's retrograde was all about, well, Chiron in general is that wounded healer energy, okay? It also mimics the centaur as well. Brings in centaur energy, so it does kind of feel like Sagittarius energy, but it's also connected with Leo energy, which is super interesting because this is Leo season. So you're coming into a season, aries-taurus, of understanding how guarded you've been in connections, and how that's been a misrepresentation of what it is that you truly do want and what it is you truly do desire. And I do feel like it's only guarded, or you are only guarded, because of just the past conflict that you've gone through, the challenges that you've had to overcome, the drama of those around you, or just anticipating or sensing that there would be some sort of drama. And I feel like that, again, was stemmed from some sort of healing family issues, some sort of forgiveness. So like I said, you could have grew up in a household that was very combative, and not understanding that being defensive like that is not natural, right? Being combative and defensive in relationships isn't natural. It's a sign of trauma. It's a sign of just not being fully open. And I don't feel like you're meaning to show that. And again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's the disconnect. In your mind and what you feel, being guarded and kind of being in that petty conflict energy, or inciting drama with a partner, or, you know how some people in connections and relationships will start fights just to keep things spicy, or just to kind of, give the relationship some sort of energy. It's like realizing that that's not healthy. Like realizing that's presenting yourself in a false way, because really and truly you don't want the conflict, but you really don't know what else to do to either get your partner's attention, for some of you. For some of you and others of you, for a group of you, because this is the second house in owning and ownership, it's almost as if there's this sense of deception when it comes to who should own what and who does what, like that type of ownership in the relationship. Like, who owns the mistakes? Who owns the initiative and the effort to fix things? Like, who owns that space within the connection? I just lost that thought. Jeez. Okay, so maybe that was it. Spirit was like, nope. For others of you, yeah, for a group of you, if you are connecting with somebody, there's a need to understand that there's something happening more below the surface that you're not seeing. This person could be presenting themselves or taps into their high priestess energy, which kind of does, yes, put that sense of cool, calm, and collected on the face as a mask. Hi, Jenny Benny. Thank you for being here. But it kind of puts that mask on. Yeah, the high priestess definitely has that poker face, but it's because they are either trying to protect you from some sort of conflict, some sort of drama. I'm getting this could be within the family, healing family issues. There could just be some conflict within the family dynamic that they're connected to or a part of that's making them very guarded and defensive towards this connection or towards taking ownership of what they actually feel for this connection. It's almost like this Five of Wands pulls them out of actually being able to rest in what they do feel and own and take ownership of those feelings, because this is like taking front row and center. For some of you, that's the case. So this high priestess energy, yes, is a false self mask. It's not that this person isn't a high priestess, but they're just allowing you to see that high priestess only because they're still dealing with some sort of either this, for the high priestess to be here, this could be some sort of spiritual warfare that they might be going through. Okay, ending some sort of karmic energy, because Wands is all about energy as well. It's that fire, it's the physical. 9 being a number of cyclical energy. So someone's trying to fight to bring something to a close energetically, which is why they're only presenting this high priestess mask. To not either wrap you up or get you caught up in whatever this ending is or whatever this warfare is. So that's important to know. This could be like a battle around just physical property. I mean, it could range. We won't get too deep into that. We do have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So again, yeah, this high priestess energy, if this is you, aries-taurus, again, it's you really protecting this Empress energy. Also have the King of Pentacles and the Emperor right behind. Wow. With the Tower and the Queen of Wands. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so there's this awareness. There's this new awareness around how you have been presenting yourself in some sort of connection and what needs to transform in order to represent yourself authentically and clearly. Yeah, that's just for some of you. Others of you, this is just you not being able to fully connect or take ownership of your feelings for somebody or within a connection because you're still going through some sort of spiritual warfare or battle or internal battle that makes you very guarded and makes you feel very wounded when you think about stepping into that ownership of that emotion, right? It's like, yeah. But aries-taurus in general, don't, stay optimistic about your love life, okay? Make sure that you are also giving love out if you are hoping to receive it, okay? And make sure that you are also giving without the expectation to receive. I know that kind of sounds contradicting, but the more that you give from a space of service and love, the more abundance that can come in, the more power you can kind of put behind your manifestations in love, okay? To not feel like you're left out in the cold. And to understand, too, that you can definitely bring transformation and healing and victory to your family situation, definitely in the future. But it's up to you to transform that. So what you went through as a child, okay? You know what probably needs to be fixed in order to have a healthier outlook or healthier connections. Again, that's what I'm saying. It's like with this deception, it's not even that either you or this person is doing it intentionally. It's just what they know. And they're trying to overcome that lesson of doing what they know. So they're trying to teach themselves, because the high priestess is also a teacher. They're trying to teach themselves how to come out of that conflict and not carry that conflict into relationships just because it's how they've been taught or that's all they know. Like, I can't pull away from that. So again, that deception energy I don't feel is malicious. It's just, it comes off as deceptive because it's not what is truly felt, but it's kind of what's being presented. I hope that makes sense. I don't know. All right, let's move forward. Thank you so much, divine ancestors and archangels. We are almost at 50 minutes. Holy moly. Spirit animals, who is here for the Aries-Taurus Cusp Collective? Who is here for the Aries-Taurus Cusp Collective? All right, first one out. Whoa. First one out is Dolphin Spirit. Okay, this and that are true. Heavy soulmate energy. You also get this vibration of 20, which I believe, what was that, Scorpio? Okay, so Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. So again, needing to understand both sides of the story when it comes to your upbringing and your childhood, understanding that yes, although this did happen in your childhood, it is still true and still capable. Like you're able to transform it, right? That this is a part of your soul's journey and your soul's mission to overcome these family's issues that you're facing. Yeah, we also jumping up to 30 with Grasshopper Spirit. It says, take a leap of faith. Oh, stay optimistic about your love life. Yeah, Sagittarian energy, all about taking that leap of faith. Trusting that the divine will reciprocate the energy that you give out tenfold. There's also a crown on here. So again, working with your crown chakra is going to be very important. Yeah, Sagittarian energy is very connected to the crown chakra. Also connected to the heart chakra. Scorpio energy is connected to the sacral chakra, your second chakra, that creative energy. Yeah, what's this third one? Rabbit Spirit, now is a lucky time. Yeah, now's a lucky time. So for some of you, for some of you, this High Priestess, 9 of Wands and 5 of Wands energy under deception is that you know that in order to have the relationship or have the sense of ownership in the material world, again, like I said, this 10 of Pentacles with the second house, in order to have that level of legacy, longevity, wealth, and ownership, you're going to have to fight for it. You're going to have to overcome some sort of barrier or some sort of block, or again, overcome some sort of mask that you do wear. Yeah, you're gonna have to fight for it. It's gonna be some sort of competition around it. I don't know what that's about, but you guys might know, okay? But now's a lucky time to actually get that work done with the vibration of 49, okay? Breaking down to 13, so feminine energy again. Breaking even further down to a 4, so foundational feminine energy, giving you the okay go to trust in the timing of releasing that layer, letting go of that mask, letting it all kind of fall down, allowing yourself to believe in your ability even to own and fight for and come out of some sort of competition or conflict victorious, okay? So luck is on your side in fighting this battle. Luck is on your side in allowing you to let go of that mask or whatever self-deception you might have even been perpetuating about your ability to own something. There's a lot there. There's a lot there. I could go on forever, I feel, with that. But alrighty, Aries-Taurus, that is your Leo season love reading. I hope you found it helpful, insightful, or at least filled with confirmation for whatever it is you have going on in your current love life. I am sending you guys so much love, strength, light, and courage to keep going, to just believe in yourself from a space of taking that leap of faith, trusting that the energy, the good energy that you put out will make its way back to you tenfold. Same thing goes for that bad energy, okay? So staying optimistic and faithful is important. All right? Again, Aries-Taurus, thank you guys so much for your patience, all your likes, your comments, your shares, and subscriptions. If you enjoyed this reading, make sure you give me a thumbs up. It's very helpful. I appreciate it. And if you haven't joined my family yet, What are you waiting on? Come on, we would love to have you here. So hit that subscription button. Make sure you tap that bell notification so you don't miss out on any of the lives. I do all my readings live here on my channel, okay? So I hope to see you in the next reading. You guys have a great night. Namaste.